Still people out fishing on a weekday. Fog lifting. Let's see what today's bounty might be. Wish me luck. Alright, this is Navionics, a view of Potholes Reservoir. The state park here at the boat ramp in the beginning, and I trolled up here on the dunes and over here to the entrance of Crab Creek. Potholes. It feels like a trout actually, which is kind of weird. I'm just getting started here. Let's see what we got. Fight like a trout. Oh. It's trout, I think. It's fighting like one. I can't quite tell. Chunky trout, just like I thought. Trout is what's for dinner. Before I do that, I gotta take the lure out of the mouth, the hook. Alright, this is a wiggle wart, storm wiggle wart. Kind of new as a trout based upon the fight. I'll deal with that later. Out here at the dunes here, real close to Crab Creek. Largemouth maybe? Nope. Trout. That's trout. That's less than 10 feet of water. What's up, people? I just got a trout. I'm leaving Crab Creek. Picked up a trout right at the entrance. 2 trout. Not bad. Look at this guy, he's busted. I don't usually keep crappie, but this one's okay size, and well, I think he's going home. On the water, I talked to some other folks, and they didn't seem to be catching anything but bass, so I decided to move over to the dam and catch a bunch of bass, or at least try to. Later in that day, I decided to move, so I launched here at this boat ramp and trolled all along and fished all along this dam up into these rock hazards. There was another bass boat there working them, and back. I saw some other kayakers over here. I think they got into some fish. So I launched at Sampson's Pit and I saw this sign, and this is what I think of it really.
We got fish on. Probably a bass. It's coming on the top of the water right there. Largemouth City. Alright, I gotta let this guy go right away. I got too much shit going on. He's still there. And another bass. Not a big one. Smallmouth this time. It's a good idea to run the bright and loud baits. Look at that. Oh, not in my kayak, buddy. Later. Bass on. Little one. Largemouth. Hooked in the gill plate. I saw him feeding over here. He revealed himself. Gotta do parallel to something. Bass for sure. 90% largemouth. Yeah, I better put him in the net. I'm trying to be lazy. Okay, I'm gonna need pliers. Try to get my lure out before I put him in there, but he'll be down there where he won't be hurt. Alright, is this on? Nice largemouth. Not a giant, probably 3 pounds. Let's see what it measures at. 16, 17. He's gonna go 16 3/4. Oops. Don't want to go down there, buddy. I don't want you down there. Go back to your slime. Just because it's easier to deal with them.
Largemouth, smallmouth. I literally just started fishing again after releasing that last fish. Didn't even get 30 seconds into my next operation. All right, after a day's fishing, I camped at the Perch Point wild camping area, which can be very annoying if people running their generators all night. In wintertime, there's nobody there. There are other places to camp. I'm just telling you where I camp. But after having that crappie for dinner, I didn't film any of that. I think the sunset was much better. What do you think? I launched directly from camp and trolled up to Crab Creek this way. I got into some largemouth bass in these shallow areas in front of the creek. No walleye whatsoever. So I fished on the way back out here in the open, trying to pull a trout, but there was quite a bit of murkiness to the water due to the algae bloom, and so I didn't think it was productive enough to remain there. I'm sure we got a bass on here. Let's see how this turns out. It doesn't feel like a big one. It could be a perch, but I doubt it. It's a bass. Now we know. Largemouth. Hit it. Hit it, bro. Hit it. He definitely hit it. Definitely not big like I thought. Bunch of birds live out here. You can hear them flying over. Later. I had a flock of seagulls fly over me earlier, and one of them must have had like a crankbait attached to it. I could hear it rattling as it flew over. I mean, I'm a sick bastard for thinking that's funny. I'd help him out, but I'm sure he wouldn't let me. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, he's still there. Yeah. There's fish back here. I was just complaining. He was barely hooked. He could have got off so easy. Yeah, I got this hat on all sideways because I forgot my sunglasses in the car. Tiny little guys. That's all I'm getting out here. It's really struggling. I'm really struggling to get something. That's all right. It's fishing. It's a bass. Thought it was a good fish. It's good. It's good that I'm catching and not getting blanked. This guy's hooked fairly good in the gill plate and in the mouth. All right, buddy, you're trying to shake me off, I know. That's cool. There's bass in here. Sun's right in my eye. All these tiny bass.
Feels like it's gonna jump again. Got some skeeters biting me right now. Not having a good moment. These hooks so good, I ain't gonna net them. Alright. He wanted that. Just want to give you guys a closer look at this lure. I mean, I don't endorse any specific lure most of the time. I mean, I do sometimes. The Mag Lips are pretty good, and the Rapala jointed minnow. But this square bill from Norman, Speed N, this dirty water. It's got the right size hooks so you can keep perch off. It just comes this way. And it's got those big eyes if you like big eyes on your lure. That's worth it. Oh yeah. Largemouth all over today. This guy's barely hooked. I'm still figuring out the best angles to film with this lens here, but this ain't much different than the other lure I just caught one on. Storm Wiggle Wart. These aren't big fish, but I'm getting action, so I'm cool with that. It's got to be a bass the way that just jumped out of the water. I just lose him. I just lost him. No, I didn't. Shake it, baby, shake it. Can't get away from the largemouth. That's all right. It's fishing. This guy got 2 hooks in him. He wanted it so bad. Storm Wiggle Wart. Pretty good lure.